Hey friend, so I had a vision earlier and I pulled some cards related to that vision. So let me tell you about the vision first. It was two children, male and female, like small, cute children, and they were setting up explosives around like a perimeter. And there was a cord running from the explosives, and one of the kids had this like cartoonish looking like square with a red button on it, and you know those old retractable antennas with silver ones. It was one of those, and it was the male child. He was about to hit the button. And then my vision stopped, and Betty told me that they are breaking down the walls. And I knew that there was a reading that was going to come out of this, and it also pertains to me. So I pulled this reading earlier when I was sitting on my bed. The vision not only pertains to me, it pertains to you. If this landed in front of you, then it pertains to you as well. And what those children were doing is they are like our inner child, is helping us break down walls and barriers that have been built up inside of us, in our energy, and keeping us keeping part of our energy separate from the rest of us, So I lately have been seeing, I've dealt with a lot of my abandonment issues and a lot of my trust issues, I feel like, but there are still things left, okay? As a child, I was beaten, as a child and a teenager, I was, hit, thrown, slapped, pushed, I was yelled at, and really just, how do you say, everything I did was wrong in some way. So I developed a lot of things over top of that to protect myself that I have been working through a lot. And my team has recently presented me with a situation where I'm seeing, okay, there's still a little bit of abandonment issues and some trust issues here. And I was asking my higher self, like, how do I get through this? What do I do? So I knew I would get a little bit emotional with this. But we have the Hierophant here. This card in this case represents, I'm just gonna keep going. If I fucking cry, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop this video. I'm just gonna put it out there because this is me. This represents things that we've built up, limiting beliefs, things that were put on us by other people, but that we've accepted as true, or ways of living that we've just accepted within ourselves. And we don't have to. They are there, but there are triggers and things that will happen throughout your day, throughout your life, where you will be like mad about something, and it's not about that person. That person, yeah, maybe they're an asshole, whatever they were doing, but whatever's being triggered inside of you is something for you. Sorry. So Spirit is saying, bring tissues when you're doing something like this. And go, realize that you have these limiting beliefs, okay? They are there, and more than you know, they're causing burdens. They have laid a sort of, not a foundation, because you are your foundation, but there are burdens that this brings on you that it doesn't have to, because you can blow past these limiting beliefs in time, okay? And just, this is Spirit saying, like, realize, these two cards are saying, realize that they're there and what it can do to you. And there's the Four of Swords here. Rest, reflect, recover. And that can involve so many things. Yeah, I mean, resting can involve laying in bed sometimes. You know, I definitely took a long morning this morning. But it can also mean taking time for you away from any electronics, away from other people, and grounding yourself in the earth. Gaia, Mother Earth is alive, and she does help us heal. And meditate and take spiritual baths where you have Epsom salt in them. And I mean, it was like last week I took one of those, and I hadn't in a few days, and I felt immensely better, and it like clears you up. Try to do anything, and even if it's something I'm not mentioning, I mean, you know what's going to make you feel like you can rest and recharge yourself and allow yourself to go inward and find what's limiting you and where it started, and then have compassion for yourself and let it go, you know, with love. But it has to come with rest too, because this is the High Priestess in reverse. It ultimately can mess with your self-confidence. It can mess with your intuition. You know, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have any intuition at all. I mean, hell, I had a vision this morning, right? I mean, it's me talking to Betty, my higher consciousness, and being like, I want to keep progressing on my path. I want to keep going. And even though at times it can feel endless, there are times that you just, I mean, do you want to stay like that? You know, the people that are watching this, I know I can feel you. You want to continue moving forward. And this is Spirit's advice on how to do that. Because once you realize that everything within you there isn't anything broken within you. It's just like a big blanket, if you think of it like that. It's like a blanket of shit that's been put on you either by other people or whatever it is that we have accepted, and we're just peeling it off and like getting in the shower. You know what I mean? You are whole under all of it. And by going inward and resting and letting your mind come down from just a bunch, if you've got a lot of shit going on in your head, then you have to let yourself come down from it. That way your higher self can help you start processing, or God or the angels, whatever, you know, whatever it is you subscribe to. This message is meeting you where you are. And when you do that, this will lead you to even more emotional clarity, to clarity within, to move you forward, to continue you along your path. It doesn't matter in a decade when I have immense spiritual powers that have come online. I will still be working to make sure that I am emotionally clear with whatever challenges are thrown in my way. It doesn't matter how old you are, or how young you are rather. It doesn't matter anything. We have to keep going through all of this and keep growing. Otherwise we're just stagnant. And why else are we here? You know, we're here to learn, we're here to grow. And this is going to help you grow. The Lover's card is falling throat chakra there, under the 10 of Wands in reverse. So this is saying, yes, some of these limiting beliefs and burdens and things like that could have come from a significant other that is either no longer in your life or that just isn't good for you. But what this card is really saying is that these limiting beliefs, these patterns of behavior have been accepted by you and have made an imbalance within yourself, within your masculine and feminine on your inside. And so while while a lot of these things have been put on us by other people, you know, I was just a child and a teenager and I didn't ask for any of that shit. But I have continued to allow certain things to stay in my life, in my way of thinking, and it's time to get them gone. I'm ready, and I know that the people I'm talking to are as well. And as you continue to look in, this is the devil in reverse. It's like release. It's a release out of your energy, and an alchemizing of any darkness into light. And then while we have so much light in our bodies, you know, light also casts shadow. So we will always have shadows within us, and we must embrace them and feel compassion. I love some of my shadows. Like, some of my shadows are pretty badass and I'm down with it. But a majority of what is being contained in our energy from these things will be released with love and compassion. And then once you are able to go inward and do these things, you will start moving forward in your outer world. All of these other cards were like things for you to do alone. And I mean, see, you'll be taking off. You do this stuff, and I don't know if you heard that speeding car, but it's like your life will take off. You will free up so much energy. My hand is tingling. And your outward world will start showing things. But I was saying, you know, do this alone, but you're not alone. You have your higher self. You have your spirit team, you know, God, the angels, source creator, the most high, whatever it is you use in your life, that's who is around you when you're doing this, just because you can't see it. So you aren't alone, but you don't need any other human, is what I'm saying. Although animals are quite great, aren't they? And then I've got the Eight of Pentacles here, because I accidentally, when I was looking at the bottom of the deck when I pulled this earlier, and I accidentally cut the deck. So I knew that this would be part of the reading. I've got the Eight of Pentacles here and the Six of Wands. This is more outward progression. It's more after you do the inner work. Okay. It started to fall, so I'm taking this too. The Five of Wands. It's like the battle that you have going on or had going on internally is gonna go away. Do you hear that? The battle stops internally. You can put more work into whatever it is you are doing in your outer world. And that's the Six of Wands there. You start seeing, it starts coming into your reality. It's like inner work then gets reflected outward. I mean, we do create our own universe, and this is how we make our universe better. I hope this helped you. I just wanted to bring my Betty's vision to life. I love you.